and I lose all my probes at the 3-minute mark, it's difficult to come back from that.
That is absolutely true. Now, last game, the online audience got it a significant chance to make those decisions in that game. Right now, it's going to be you, deciders of fate, in game number 2. We're going to be consulting you. Are your wrists and forearms ready? That's... I think most of them just didn't understand what I meant, Mike.
There were so many jokes I could have made, but there was no reason to.
Oh my God, I didn't realize what I'd said until after I'd said it, Mike. I'm glad you're here to double check me on that once.
Sean, I'm telling you, I'm terrible at my job, drawing focus to terrible, immature jokes, telling people when players are pooping. It's what you hire me for.
Indeed, Mike Lamond. So let's go ahead and get that next match started. Everyone ready? Arsenal. Go Teal. It's going to be again on Molten Crater. And what do you think our White Raw team has to do in order to not fall out in this next match?
Well, I would assume that they're going to be having the fan favorite going into game number 2 just because they ended up losing game number 1, and it's not often that you get to see a crazy, ridiculous map made like that from Blizzard as they want to support lots of fun events like this. But the countdown timer has begun. You can see the players there getting ready. Are you guys in the audience still ready?
Time for game number 2. Spawning down in the bottom side, it is going to be Team Red, Team Illusion's captain, Quantic Illusion. And his ally, Shannon.
And up in the top right side is going to be for Team White Raw. Go ahead and give a cheer for White Raw.
And up at the top side, it is his ally, Jerry. Now, I'm really excited because Jerry's kind of a special kind of hero in these games, Mike. He came to White Raw's defense multiple times, and Yor just kind of went off and did his own thing when Illusion was dying. Sounds like me when I play 2v2s.
That is so indeed true. I'm curious to see if White Raw's going to be keeping a little bit closer eye on his main base there, although I feel like he's got the fans on his side this time, especially the people here in the audience. Probably going to want to be seeing a second game out of these players, but is anyone going to be going for anything different in this game? Are they going to be sticking to what we saw in the last game, which is pretty standard team play? We saw 3 racks, and players eventually attempting to expand there, but not going to expand first because you lose every time you do that.
Well, it's interesting because right now the game's actually going to begin by dropping some number of treasure banelings, and it's a possibility that the online audience at 4 minutes will be voting for Team White Raw that's currently down 0-1. Team White Raw, the blue team, up in the top right, now taking that first assimilator.
Yeah, White Raw going to be going for some standard stuff here because that's really all you can do on a map like this. You're not exactly sure what is going to be happening here. Now, I just want to say, if you guys are just tuning in, of course there is the link down below where you can do voting. This is going to be our first series for the day, and we have a second series going to be following it up right after, and also 2 more days of extremely hilariousness, including a Proxy Command Center.
Proxy Command Center. This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see exactly what he's going to be doing here, but the probe spots
it. Oh my God, White Raw on point today.
It is going to get spotted there. Now, does he leave it or does he cancel it? Most likely going to cancel it. But the SCV going to go ahead and continue scouting on there. That probe has got a huge undertaking for him, and he is going to go ahead and cancel that right there. That probe feeling awesome, actually able to kill a building off by himself. We're going to be throwing down this Cybernex core as well. And taking a look at Arsenal, he is going to be following up the 3 racks. He watched my tutorial that I uploaded 2.5 years ago, Sean.
Wow. This is kind of an interesting setup we see from Yor. Looks like we have the double barracks play going down. Yor trying to do his best to, well, get those Marines and get them upgraded. It looks like the online audience is going to be giving us a little bit of information as to where they want those banelings to go. And, oh my God! By the skin of the teeth, 5 banelings will be throwing down in the middle of the map. 1, 2. 1 over here. There's 3, 4.
I'll give a 5th one shot.
And I'm a little biased. Let's put it closer to Team White Raw. The audience loves it.
All Alright, so it does look like the Marine's going to be moving out right away, as it does look like, yep, just going to be collecting that money here, and this is going to be a great boon to their builds this early in the game. Now, do you collect them extremely quickly, or do you actually try and kill the Baneling? Looks like they're going to go ahead and try and collect them as quickly as they possibly can. White Raw says, though, no, get away from these Banelings. He's got to go ahead and clean up these Marines, so the Banelings are now his for the consumption, but does he have enough DPS coming out of this one Stalker to do it? A little bit of a back-and-forth battle here, and he does clean up the Marines.
Well, it looks like we are seeing some great collection going on for our Arsenal player. He's collecting many, many Marines in the middle, or excuse me, many, many minerals in the middle of the map. With those Marines, Mike, that's impossible to say. But we have the treasure Baneling just sort of sitting in the corner. Oh,
very
Arsenal.
nice. Arsenal cornering it there, keeps his Marines alive, albeit barely.
And,
although he just says, I'll go ahead and grab these later, guys.
So it looks like we see the treasure Banelings continuing to roll across the map. Things are going quite well. And it looks like White Ra starting to do a basic attack, Mike.
With two Stalkers right now, he's scouting. Are there going to be any Marauders up there? And Sean, I don't know if I have the power to do this, but revealing it on the map might be hilarious. Well, White Ra will realize, hey, I can just swing over, because he left all the minerals behind there. I'm just saying. But regardless, it does look like the battle continues here in the center.
Battle continues to just collect money. Let's actually open the resource tab. Look at the wealth that Blue is getting. I guess this is what it must have felt like going west on the Oregon Trail, and you just hit gold in California.
And then you died of malaria.
We played a weird kind of Oregon Trail, yeah. Looks like he's interested.
Oh, no, that's not a good idea!
God!
Oh!
My God, that's what happens when you get a little bit too greedy.
White Rod, though, able to collect all of those. He is going to be able to, Sean.
Oh, my God.
It's okay, the players are still playing. There's the desktop, but we're back.
I have no idea why it minimized, Mike. I bet you that there's some sort of Windows automatic update.
With that little annoying guy, it looks like you're trying to cast a StarCraft II tournament. Would you like to update all your files? Anyways, it does look like he is going to go ahead and take out the Baneling. Don't you do it. Oh, no, why? Every time it's a bad idea. White Rock got to collect the reward here.
I mean, part of me just wants to rest a reassuring hand on the shoulder of a player and say, it's a Baneling, it's a treasure Baneling, my friend. It's born to detonate, it's not a treasure goblin.
Poor common mistake. White Rod is going to go ahead and set up that forward pylon here. He's ready to tango, and it's going to be a tango of death as he has a lot of stalkers out now, and he does have Blink. You got to remember that Team Illusion has suffered the fate of the treasure Baneling several times. He's got a spot, they'll be like, oh, hello. I'm just going to go ahead and leave these here.
Looks like Illusion's going to continue to advance forward. Illusion has not yet taken a single expansion at this point in time. He's trying to play conservatively after he did his proxy command center total failure build.
This is indeed true, as the expansion now for White Rod is going to be getting established here, and finally you're bringing along one SCV for the ride. Some Vespene gas just kind of chilling out right there in the middle of the map. But are we coming up on another poll here at day 9?
Next poll is going to be at 12 minutes because as this battle's getting started, ladies and gentlemen, I just from a show of fingers, how many random nukes do you want dropped on the map? Now.
Oh my God.
Now
All right, now I want to say we are including everyone in this poll, so we need about. Go ahead with 350 nukes, Sean.
All right, well, let's do some global. There's this random nuke button. Let me just announce. Nukes are now to be randomly dropped on the map. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Oh, Quantic Illusion says, darn, Mike.
Go ahead and drop those right now is what he's saying.
1, 2. Oh, wait, I have to wait. There's number 1.
Oh my God, that is so many nukes. How do you dodge that?
Well, it looks like at the front of the base. So far, the little red dots have not indicated too much happening, but that's 1. We're going to go for 2 now in the midst of this catastrophe.
Oh, they're in the main base right now. Illusion, good reaction time here. He even has to lift the command center to fly directly into the nuke on that one. Does go ahead and avoid that pretty well. No major armies have been lost.
Well, this is 3 of 5. It's what the audience wanted, and oh, poor Illusion, man. This guy can't catch a break.
Oh, all on the southern side as well. And does look at the take out the army.
No!
Down it goes. He's got to take out the depot there as well. That was a lot of southernly placed nukes. They're finally cleaning out the factory there. He was attempting, it looks like, to harass that mineral line.
Well,
but that was only 3.
Well, let's go ahead and shoot for 4. It's in the back of yours, base.
I don't know if that's going to be splashed out to the workers, but White Rock is going to have some as an expansion. He's got to try and get out of there. Inside the main pit, that didn't do splash damage.
Wait,
White Raw losing about half of his probes there.
It didn't. That didn't do very much. Looks like there's a battle now happening, and it's time for the last nuke before we get our next poll. And as they continue to micro, White Raw is just getting so many freaking stalkers, Mike. Oh, poor
On the
Illusion.
southern side, once again, is Illusion going to be able to dodge those? The workers, nope, now goes to their depot, but the workers do make it safely there. And did they ever collect the minerals at that height? Yes, White Raw finally realizing, oh. Go ahead and
now,
take those.
If we take a look at the online poll, for the 12-minute mark, there will be yet another one. It looks
Kill
like,
all
oh
units?
my god.
Kill all units, that's an option? What?
Well,
What?
guys, I'm sorry. The online audience said so.
What?
Now, let's go ahead. Now, let's just, there it is.
Oh my god. Oh god, 30 seconds. Sean, this is like in professional wrestling when he gets the folding chair and they're like, what? He can't do that, but they can.
Oh
and
my
they
god.
did. Here they come.
Looks like in the main
10,
base they're realizing they have to
9,
do as much damage as
8,
possible.
7.
Oh no! He
Does
kills
get
off the command center.
though. 2, and oh god. I
Now,
just want to say White Raw was looking at his units as they died,
and
and now he's laughing and is very sad.
oh yeah, and you hear that? Okay, now we just used an ability to kill all the units, and then people saw Warp in and were like, Protoss is bullshit.
I hope you're watching, David Kim, because this map is not balanced.
Well, it's actually, well, it's as balanced as the audience makes it. We might even ask if somehow the online audience wants to give some help, or the live audience wants to give some help, because right now Illusion's in a lot of trouble, Mike. Team 1, Illusion requests help. Audience here, if you want to help him, show me some red. If not, show me some blue.
Ooh.
It's, oh my god, it's about half and half. I can't tell, Mike, so we're just going to give a gentle blessing. Oops. Evadine.
I was going to say, Treasure Baitling is not going to be doing him a lot of good right now.
In the unit counting station, they have a giant purple demon, and there it is.
Oh, does use the slow ability there on the demon. That is going to prevent those stalkers from getting away. How long does it last, though? Evidently long enough here as the stalker's trying to get away. That awkward moment.
Oh my god.
I didn't even know what that was, but it looked awesome.
He siphoned the life out of that stalker and gave it to his own life pool, which, as you'll note, is actually infinity. So, you know, we're seeing Arsenal continue to rally across the map, and I will say Arsenal has been a particularly impressive player in tonight's matches.
I mean, his production tab's actually looking mighty full there, as he does have a lot of units on the way. He has a third base on the way as well here. And Sean, when is our next pool going to be?
It's going to be at 20 minutes. There's plenty of time to see these players sort of figure themselves out. Illusion trying to get as many kills as possible with this unbelievably awesome, unkillable demon from hell. And there he's finally managed to grab a couple units. Macro slipping a little bit, I guess I'd say, for Illusion. He's kind of low on the unit count. He has 3.
3 SCVs, but Sean, he's Terran. He's got a mule. He's going to be just fine.
All you need is a mule and a chair as Terran. Arsenal had a pretty surprising amount of workers after that initial round, but Yor is starting to swing on in with his own Banshees.
And he also has Cloak this time, similar to what we saw in the last game. And can he kill off? Decided to Cloak to kill that one unit there, and then uncloaking just to recloak. These are some Reaper Banshees. Are going to go ahead and take out these SCVs. Arsenal going to be retreating right here. Might have to actually flip this off, but he did slip them. So that's okay. Now he's going back. That's nope.
Split, go home, build turrets, get out of there, stay back, get out of there.
All right, all the workers are going to be killed here. This is going to even it up quite a bit. Decides to go ahead and drop some more mules there. White Raw going to show up here to try and help out, but does he have an observer here? I don't think that he does. He's going to have to just wait for that cloaking field to run out. Illusion currently at 36 minerals.
You know, at this point in time, Arsenal is requesting some help. Guys, if you think that's an insult and you want to nuke them, show me some red. Otherwise, if you think it's okay, show me some blue. Looks like people are like, yeah, well, Arsenal, forgive me.
Sean gets some sort of sick pleasure out of this every time. Oh, God!
Well, 1, it's 2, and all right.
I want to say, Sean, if he was subscribed to you on Twitch TV, he wants his money back.
Well, that's awfully rude of him. You can totally feel free to do that if you want. It's voluntary. It's oh, no. We do see Quantum Illusion now trying to do this usual Marine drop, but with this next incoming attack.
Does he finally have Zealot legs on those Zealots? That's going to be a huge deciding factor here.
Truly is.
He does
Zealot
indeed with the
leg
High
speed.
Templar
Oh,
as
my
well.
God.
But we are also at the 20-minute mark, so he needs to do as much damage as he can. Siege tank on the high ground.
This is going to be... This shouldn't be close at all, but it all depends on what the online audience was voting for, Mike.
We are about to find out here in just a moment's notice, or does White Rod decide to go for the kill right now? Usually, I would say Protoss versus Terran, you want to wait as long as you possibly can, but not on this map. And down goes the Banshee here, as White Rod able to clean it up, his multitasking pretty good. But what is that online poll going to show?
Well, we're going to find out literally now. Oh my God,
Nuclear catastrophe.
I've wanted to press this button so bad.
I don't even know. All right, here it comes. Well, unfortunately, for Illusion, is once again inside of his base.
God.
Here's why we're going to decide to punish him, knowing that he's going to be at the defending on the low ground position.
There's a lot of nukes that are actually just sort of falling everywhere because it truly is a nuclear catastrophe, and it's going to be going on for 3 minutes. Illusion trying to step
What?
into the...
3 minutes. I'm
3
looking
minutes
this
of
map
nukes.
with you
Oh
guys.
my God. Illusion.
Oh, God.
Can they keep track of all the nukes incoming? There's a
Look at
final
this.
battle about to happen.
Here we go.
Nukes dropping all over the map. Nuclear strikes landing down in blue space, landing everywhere. You see them peppering the map, and it looks like Team White Raw has decided to go for it.
As long as he doesn't get hit by a giant nuke, I think he's going to be okay, as there's no lifeline remaining here. I mean, it does look like a lot of the SCVs going to get taken out here, but really, what do the opponents have? Not much. The series may be tied up right on the workers there, but they've already got the army that they need. Storm's going down here for White Rock. Going to be chasing Illusion basically out of this game, as he doesn't have a whole lot left here.
Oh, excellent storms from White Raw. The reinforced path, totally littered with nuclear bombs. But still, White Raw continues to press forward with his unkillable army of basic gateway units.
So many nukes going down on the map, lots of the main bases as well, but that's okay as long as they keep their army alive. That's what they have to focus on here. White Rock blinking on the left side to go ahead and try and intercept these SCVs, and I think Illusion's basically out of it, so I have a feeling White Rock can probably defeat the gold player that remains, but...
Oh, Arsenal's gonna have to be careful.
That's a bad idea! That's a bad idea!
Oh!
Turns around at the last second.
God, there's...
Well, if only that was the counter to nukes.
Well, looks like we're seeing Team White Raw trundle forward, do maximum damage into the main base. Illusion. What happens at 0? Well, I mean it stops, but let's not tell them.
Yeah. A much larger size nuke will fall. Killing everything on the map, and it's a tie. It's going to be great.
Well, looks like, dear audience, Team White Raw is continuing to advance forward. It's not looking good for Team Illusion. Are you pleased with yourselves?
I think Team Illusion is just hoping for what happens at
And
0, but they're good game.
GG! We have tied it up 1-1, Mike.
Oh, White Ra's so pleased with himself. He is entertained, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, Team White Raw. And as we take a look over at Team Illusion, who bitterly got nuked for no reason, really. They fought valiantly, but sometimes you just can't watch all the places on the minimap at once, Mike.
Especially with that many nukes falling. So that means we are going to have a final deciding game here on map number 3, which is the same as map number 1 and 2. But you still get the fun of voting at home, so go vote right now.
Yeah, and of course, keep in mind that tomorrow will be the jungle map. We will conclude with the storm map.
Yes.
So there will be, you'll get the chance to really explore your powers in this first match today.
That is
And tomorrow, it'll just be like a reset. It's like creating a new class.